Hi guys, today I'm going to show you one of my very simple but absolutely delicious rice recipes. I call this my egg and prawn fried rice. It is super good. But before we get right into it, have you subscribed to my channel? Why don't you take a second to do so? It is free, and it'll make me so happy. So once you do so, just make a comment in the comment section and say done, right? Thank you. My name is Ify and welcome to my kitchen. To make this recipe, you need rice. Now, the kind of rice you should be using is the rice that's already been cooked and stored in the fridge for a day, at least a day old rice. That's the best kind of rice to use. You also need prawns or shrimps, some eggs, onions, some carrots which has been diced, green peas, spring onions, green bell pepper, fish sauce, soy sauce, ginger garlic paste, chicken seasoning powder, some fish seasoning, some white pepper as well, and some vegetable oil. First step is to season your prawns. But before you season those prawns, you have to devein them, okay? You have to devein them by making a slit on that side of the prawn and then taking out those black objects that you see, yeah? Please do so with all your prawns. Just take the time. I know that, it could be overwhelming, particularly if you have so many prawns, but it's very important to do so. And then when you're done deveining, make sure you pat those prawns dry. And then season them with whatever seasoning you're going to be using. I've used some fish seasoning. So I put them on it and then I just toss it around. After that, I add my ginger garlic paste and then, toss it around again and then set it aside till I'm ready to use those prawns. Get a clean pan or a clean wok. Add some vegetable oil to it. Allow it get hot and then add your eggs. I haven't added anything to these eggs. I just broke the eggs and put them in the hot oil. You can sprinkle with some salt if you wish, but I don't find that, it's very important. So I just allow it to set for a few seconds before I start scrambling it in the pan, okay? So I'm just going to, turn it around, scramble it till it's about 90% done, and then I'll take it off the heat. The eggs will be reintroduced at a later time in the course of the cooking. In the same pan, add some more vegetable oil. When the vegetable oil gets hot, add those prawns. The prawns that have been seasoned already. So add them and then stir it around. Allow those prawns cook till they turn pink, okay? And then till they're almost cooked. You should note that prawns don't take a long time to cook. If you overcook prawns, they become rubbery, okay? And you don't want that. So cook your prawns, and then the time you use in cooking prawns depends on the size of those prawns. For these ones, I cooked them for about 4 to 5 minutes before taking them out of the heat. These prawns will be introduced to the dish at a later time. In the same pan, add more vegetable oil. Allow this oil get hot and then go in with your onions. Saute these onions for a few minutes. I like to leave my onions for about 2 minutes. So, we can bring out the sweetness of these onions, and then the onions can also soften a bit, to cook. Because this dish is really fast and the onions may not get time to cook in the course of it. So I like to do this step. Don't miss this step, please. Cook your onions for about 2 minutes, okay? Now, once these onions have been cooked through, I go in with my ginger and garlic paste. I stir around and allow this cook for an additional 1 minute, okay? Now add your diced carrots. I like to add my carrots first because carrots are a bit tough. They are the toughest of all the vegetables that I'm going to be using in this recipe. So I give them a head start to cook. I give them about a minute to cook first before I introduce the other ingredients. It is very important not to overcook your ingredients, please. I've added my green bell pepper. I'm also going to give it a good mix. I'm not going to give it at any other time to cook because your peppers don't really take a lot of time to cook. Now I'm adding in my rice. All these vegetables will keep cooking in the course of your dish. So, you should take note. I've added the fish sauce. I'm also adding the soy sauce. Okay, so just adding all your sauces. I'm adding my white pepper at this point. I'm also adding my chicken seasoning powder and the fried eggs. Remember the eggs we fried at the beginning? Yes, I'm adding it now, and the prawns. Basically, almost all the ingredients going at this time, and my frozen peas. I'm using frozen peas, so I've added them now, and I'm going to give everything a good mix. If there are any clumps in the rice, I'm going to take this time to break up all those clumps, give everything a good mix, allow all the ingredients to meld well together. This is the time to keep tossing. And you want to do this on high heat, please. High heat, take notes, all right? And it's a stir fry, so keep busy stir frying everything, all right? Good. After a few minutes of stir frying the rice and all the ingredients, I add my spring onions. I added my spring onions last because I still want it to be a bit fresh, okay? So I added it last. Once you add your spring onions, that's it. Your dish is done. It is so easy, I tell you, but so delicious. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. I'd like you to become part of this beautiful community of great foodies. If you've enjoyed this recipe, remember to give me a thumbs up, share this video with your friends, and of course engage in the comment section. Till I come your way some other time, it's goodbye.